Hello and welcome to the final round of the HRL Reach Throwback week number 10 triple header tonight. We're doing Floodline SX to open up the night, and then Montreal and then Homestead to close it out. One track of each category to close out the season. Let's take a look at our starting order for this last Supercross race. From right to left, it's going to be Luke, Turkey, Nuked, Hunter, Vulcan, Detail, Roman, Opix, and Soul. I think 17 laps in this track because we're doing 17 on the next one as well, which is kind of funny how it worked out. So 17 here. And green flag. See who gets the whole shot. Not really sure exactly where we judge it, but pretty close between Luke and Detail on it. So we should go into first section here. And Vulcan with a deep dive, aggressive to the inside. And that's going to be Luke getting hard conked in the back. Hunter getting lag cheesed on Vulcan as well. So I'm not really sure what that was all about. And then Nuked also getting hit with, I think, some lag cheese there potentially. And a couple drivers going off the berm. Absolute chaos to start off the moto here. Detail and Turkey battling for the... Whoa, what was that cheese there? Vulcan again. Checkpoint. Vulcan having all kinds of issues starting off this race. Opix trying to recover from that. And yeah, lots of cheese going down early on in the Floodline race. But Turkey lead him down that first lap. Detail close behind. Soul in third. Good, solid Supercross start for Turkey here. Hasn't had too many of those throughout the season. It's actually been looking pretty good in the ovals as far as things go, but now he's looking pretty solid on the start of this Floodline race. But Detail's close behind, making another look for the lead. We'll see if he can do anything here. Tried to go for it last time, wasn't able to make it stick. See if he goes for something here again. A little more aggressive, maybe. Oh, yeah. Giving Turkey just enough room, but Turkey holding strong on the outside. Detail not able to make the pass yet. And it's tricky. I mean, you can set up passes on this track, but it's pretty tricky how you have to do it, so got to be crafty about it. Oh, Detail goes a little too wide and is going to get passed up by Soul and Roman in that final hairpin. Checkpoint. Tough there. So what a top three we have in this Supercross race at the moment. Turkey, Soul, and Roman is our current top three. Our final SX to close out the season. Probably not what you'd expect, but they're holding on to it at the moment. Let's see what they can do. Turkey making a little contact in the inside wall. That's not going to help him there. Soul chasing close behind. Very, very close top four at the moment. Checkpoint reached. Very competitive. And Soul, honestly, not that far off of Turkey. Maybe could go for a move here soon. He has another good lap. Roman's got Detail close behind as well. It looks like the top 5 battle between Hunter, Luke, and Nuked is heating up as well. But they're pretty separate because all those drivers in that second pack had plenty of issues in the first lap. They're going to spend most of this race trying to recover from that. Detail going for the move on Roman's going to make it stick and will take third place. See if he can hold on to it without cheesing too hard. This section can be pretty rough if you don't have the run. Looks like he does a good enough job. Roman loses a little bit of space there. And Soul's still really close behind Turkey. See if he does anything. Not going for it yet. Got to be the best start that Soul has had to a Supercross race in the season so far. And he's kind of got the line dialed in here too, but it's going to be tough to go for the pass on the right side. We'll see what he can do. Not going to be able to set it up, but I mean, he's showing his presence now. Turkey knows he's there. Checkpoint reached. Very close, side by side. Oh, and contact. Yeah, that's a rough part of the track to go side by side, because if you get into that rut, it can be really rough. You can end up going into the wall, and that's what happened with Soul there. But on the bright side, still in second place, and honestly didn't lose that much time on Turkey. He's not that far behind. Race is definitely not over for him. It's a rough moment, but still plenty of laps to go, plenty of time left in this one, and still pretty good track position. Really close here for the top 5. And with that battling, I mean, it could open it up for these guys as well. They're going to need the front pack to keep battling. So we see Detail going around the outside. Soul, see if you can make it stick. 2 close battles here. Front spots.
Lap complete. Checkpoint reached.
Soul will hold on to it. See if Detail could set him up here. And he does. Really good move to the inside. Very close, very tight, but he is going to make it stick. So Detail now moving to second place as well. Soul trying to bring it back to the inside. See if we can do it. Looks like Detail's got him covered. Really slick pass there in the inside, making it work. Having the momentum. It's tough to have the momentum in that first section and keep it clean on the inside. It's really easy to go wide there, but he's able to make it work that time.
Checkpoint reached.
Yeah, this top 4 is really close. That top 5 battle, 3-man pack is very close as well. Like I said, they're going to need a lot more of this battle action from these guys to catch up. Although they're not that far away now, but it's still going to take a lot of effort recovering from the first lap commotion. And Opix and Vulcan are way out of it at the moment. It's going to be tough for them to bring it back in this one. They're going to need a little bit of help too. Something happening to Detail there in the first section. Soul and Roman going by again. So he goes back to 4th place yet again and has to make up those spots another time. Got to be frustrating at this point. Meanwhile, Turkey still holding on to the lead, but not really getting away with it. Kind of just maintaining the gap at the moment. Not really what he's hoping for. I'm sure with all this battling, he's probably hoping to get some space between him and the rest of the top 3, but that seems to be the opposite. Seems like they're still making time. Even with all the battling, seems like they're still making time on Turkey and at the very least just maintaining the gap. So not really what Turkey wants to see here.
Checkpoint reached. Lap complete. Checkpoint reached.
Yeah, still the top 3, Turkey, Soul, and Roman. Oh, wow. Detail getting really squirrely in that first section there and holding on to it. Definitely losing some time on that. That got pretty scary. Roman going for the inside on Soul here. It's going to be close. Oh, not sending him over the berm. Very, very close. But they keep the battle going. Oh, Roman getting as close as you can to going off the track there, but just enough room staying on. What a hard-fought battle now for second place. Roman's got that line on the right, but is he going to be able to get enough speed to clear Soul before this hairpin? That's going to be the important part here. He's not going to, but he does still have a bit of space on him, so this might eventually work out for Roman if he can just stay close for a bit longer. Oh, what a hard-fought battle, and there it is, there it is. I was going to say Roman just needed to stay to that right side long enough until he got to that corner, and he eventually did, and it worked out in his favor. It took a long time, but stayed in the right spot, and eventually it paid off. Look at this Detail with another cheese on that last lap, I think, as well, so Hunter and Luke not too far off now. And it looks like, I mean, these back guys, I think, maybe with all the battling, it looks like they are making up a little bit of time, but it's still, I mean, it's still quite a bit of a gap. It's going to take a long time, and there's only so much time in the race. I think we're already over halfway, so probably going to need a little bit more than what we've seen so far for any of those guys outside of the top 3 to get back into this top 3 podium battle. Regardless of their pace, probably going to need a little bit of help with it.
Lap complete. Checkpoint reached.
Soul still really close behind Roman and Turkey. Turkey did get what he wanted there, though, with that hard-fought battle between them that lasted so long. That definitely helped Turkey out a bit, and he definitely got a bit of a gap that he was looking for a while. Soul's still very close, though, but not having the run that he wants there, and going to lose a little bit of time.
Checkpoint reached.
Still close behind Roman in second place as well. Pretty nuts that this top 3 is still the top 3 at this point in the race. Definitely not the top 3 that we're used to on the Supercross, but we're mixing it up a little bit in the final night.
Checkpoint reached.
And lots of points battles for these 3 guys, actually. in this top 3. So while most of the top positions in the point standings are settled,
Checkpoint reached.
these 3 guys could all make up some ground
Checkpoint
in this final night. So I'm sure they're all happy with their position at the moment, being in podium spots. It's good for all of them.
checkpoint
Soul, Turkey, and Roman all have some pretty close competitors that they're trying to beat out here in the last night.
checkpoint reached.
Roman's starting to get away from Soul a little bit. Turkey's still having a nice gap, though. And honestly, the top 4, all the way to top 5, is having pretty decent gaps at the moment. The closest is probably
Reached.
Soul and Roman, but even they have gotten a bit away from each other here.
Checkpoint
See, at 90. Okay, so we're getting there. Still a few laps to go, but
checkpoint
we're getting to the last quarter of the race here or so.
checkpoint reached.
A lot of it really is in that first section and how you enter into
Reached.
the area with the ruts. Can make up a lot of time there. If you get the proper run through it, can be hard to set up at times, but I think that is where a lot of the time does get made up. Oh, and cheese for Luke in the back. This might give Hunter a run. And Hunter just goes rogue and sends them both over the berm, and then here comes Nuke's going to make the double pass. Spicing things up in the top 5 battle, and after that, I don't think those guys are going to have a chance of catching the top 4 now. It was a little bit of a shot, but definitely not at this point, unless something crazy happens. That might help. Turkey goes a little too wide and doesn't even make Roman work for it. Just loses the lead right there. Just a one slight mistake in the hairpin, and Roman wasn't that close, but close enough to make it happen. Just off of that one run a little too wide for Turkey. So we'll see if we can fight back here and get the spot back.
Checkpoint reached.
Turkey's been leading pretty much this entire race, and yep, going for it in the inside there, but not able to steal the momentum like I think he was hoping for. So kind of ends up back to where he was before he went for that move. Until I think Turkey turning it up a little bit here, trying to get back to that lead as quickly as possible if he can.
Checkpoint reached.
Trying to find a bit of a gap in the inside, but not able to.
Checkpoint
Still very close lead battle, though.
complete.
Soul in third has dropped back a bit.
Checkpoint
Maybe if Turkey can make this interesting. Oh, went to the inside a little too hard. Wasn't able to find the line there and loses a little bit of time. Not over for him yet, but
reached.
definitely drops back a bit.
Checkpoint
And Soul could spice things up here, but he's been starting to fall off their pace a little bit, I think. He was doing a pretty good job keeping up with them early on, but now he's just not as close.
checkpoint reached.
So we're getting pretty close to the end here, but still a few laps to go.
Checkpoint reached.
So yeah, top 3 now gapped pretty evenly between them.
Checkpoint
Oh yeah, Turkey's just I think Turkey's just sending it a little too hard in that last hairpin, trying to make something stick.
reached.
5th place battle here.
Complete.
Luke and Nuked, and also trying to catch up to Detail in 4th as well, but that's probably going out the window with the battle here. Probably just settling for this 5th place battle at the moment. It's getting close. Luke with the run to the right side. Very close side by side.
Checkpoint reached.
Luke will take the spot. Vulcan not too far off a Hunter, trying to make a little bit of a comeback drive. Maybe he can get up there, make something happen. And now Turkey's under pressure from behind again. Now Soul has caught Turkey. So Turkey's led most of the race, but starting to make some mistakes, starting to fall off a bit here at the end, and maybe opening up the door. He opened it just long enough for Roman to slip in. Maybe now he's doing it for Soul as well.
Checkpoint reached.
And while Soul, I think, has got to be pretty happy with being in a podium spot in an SX race in general, I'm sure he'd love to get up to 2nd place as well if he can. Turkey definitely gained a bit on the front part of that lap as well. So now it's going to be tough. I don't really think there's a move open for Soul at the moment. He's got to get that time back again.
Point reached.
He's definitely got to get a little bit of that back. It's not going to Not going to happen now. Too far away for a full send. Battle on again for 5th place. I think we're going to white flag this time as well. Wow, really close battle for 5th place. But yeah, I think we are. I think that is white flag here. So one more time around for Roman if he can hold it. He'll win his 2nd Supercross race in a row to end out the season. Randomly catching fire in the SX category here at the end. And with Turkey running that so poorly and Soul getting close behind him, I think it's looking pretty good for Roman. And he basically just has to not screw up, and he should be closing this out. But we do have a pretty close battle for 5th. We do have a pretty close battle for 2nd as well. Oh! And Turkey not giving it to Soul there. So that'll settle that spot. Oh, this battle for 5th is still close. Roman's going to make the run through the final section. And he's going to take the win. Turkey will hold on a 2nd. Soul 3rd. Detail 4th. And Luke will get there in 5th as well. Nuke 6th. Hunter 7th. Vulcan 8th. And Opix rounding us out in 9th as well. Fortunately, Slaunch not able to make the call for this one. Had the game update cheese. So he will be joining us for the next race. Unfortunate that he wasn't able to make it for this one, because that definitely took a little bit of the spice out of that battle. But got hit with the game update cheese. So yeah, Roman, Turkey, and Soul. Yep, that is your top 3 for Floodline to open up the night. What an interesting top 3. Definitely could make things, definitely already from this first race, could be an interesting overall on the night, just judging from this immediate podium. But there are 2 more races left. We're going to send it over to Montreal. Hope you guys enjoyed that race on Floodline.